here today, and today we are starting a bit early for our today's Dungeons and Dragons session, Heroes and Villains. Say hi, everyone.
Yo.
Hi.
Smooth timing, smooth.
Oh man, no. I got something that's perfect. 1 second. I know just what to do.
Okay.
No, it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit. Just hold on. Just gotta wait for my YouTube to load up. Stupid.
Alright.
Stupid. 1 second.
Alright, while you do that, I'm just gonna watch all my dwarfs die.
I'm just gonna switch over to the game now, so I don't think it should take too long.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, by the way, what do you guys think of my new icon?
Wait, hold on.
Oh my.
I can't see it.
You don't...
Hold on.
It's in roll 20.
In Roll20.
Yeah.
I haven't updated the one in Discord just yet, because I haven't figured that out yet.
You know, I'm gonna say this much. It's gonna attract new people. It's gonna attract people, that's all I could say.
But yeah.
I won't load! No!
Yep. Basically...
The video won't load! Fuck! Let me try my phone.
Okay.
You guys are gonna laugh.
If you don't see it on Roll20, you could just check my Twitch.
Did you hear it?
Hear what?
Alright, good. Just wait a moment. I'm currently putting it on for RhythmBot. I don't know if that's an exclamation point or not.
It's a exclamation point play.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
God.
Oh. I was about to do the exact same thing. Alright, so you want me to play that?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, give me a second, because it's not playing on my end.
Alright.
Copy link.
No, I think the reason why I won't do is because you got it on pause.
Oh. So, resume?
Should be just just exclamation point resume.
Zoom. I think I spelled that correctly. No, I did not.
Remuse.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm a bad speller. What'd you expect?
You ain't winning any spelling bees, that's for sure.
Well, when I have a reference point, mine.
Alright. Let's see. Hold on.
Legume. RhythmBot start.
Okay, I think I got it.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Har, fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is a Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are a pirate. We got us a map to lead.
Okay, yeah, you found that.
Yep, I did think about doing that.
Deep away.
You beat me to it.
Pick up the box. We know it's full of precious booty. Bust open the locks, and then we'll say hooray!
Anyways, I'm gonna pause this real quick.
I literally can't hear anyone.
Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Alright. But anyways, I know, I've watched that episode too.
Oh man, I think I'm awfully tempted to just have that play on cue whenever we do the introduction.
Okay. We'll work on that, okay?
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to Heroes and Villains, where we last left off.
Sorry for the cringe fest.
It's alright. Ghost and Chaplin got themselves into a hell's race. It was a close neck-and-neck battle between them and Dr. Robertson. Fortunately for our heroes,
I expect the freaking paladin to take part in.
Fortunately for our heroes, they succeeded and ended the Ripper. We find ourselves at the scene where we last left Ghost and Chaplin. Still with the tiefling. So,
if I could remember correctly, wasn't it like we crashed our car into the
no,
Ripper?
more like you guys got out of the car and followed the Ripper.
Oh.
So you guys didn't
yeah.
crash.
Fire hard, really deep.
Oh, okay.
That shit stuck in my head now.
Yep, that and a drunken sailor for me. Anyways, continue.
Oh, you want to talk about shanties now?
Anyways, let's get back on track, shall we?
I got a shanty for you.
No.
No.
It's called William Taylor.
Anyways,
It's called William Taylor.
We're back on scene with Ghost, Slasher, and the Chaplain. As you guys are now leaving hell.
I see. Well, and we're leaving hell now. Can you describe it?
Okay, as you guys basically go through the fire.
Hello, comrades!
You're still Philip.
No.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Alright.
I'm just making that because that's a running gag at this point.
I know. Anyways, what was it about to say? Oh yeah. As you guys leave through the gates of hell and whatnot, you find yourself back at the spot that you guys all met up at and whatnot. And Philip, we're gonna start with you first.
Hello.
Philip, we kind of see you just chilling out at nearby this area. As you see, Ghost and Chaplin just basically walk out of a hellish fiery gate.
An apparition of the supernatural.
What do you do?
I just say hi.
Hey.
Just like doesn't give a shit about the fact that they just literally walked out of the gaping maw of hell. He's just like, so how was the race?
Let's see. Excuse me. Ghost just nods off, and Chaplin just, hey, and they just like leave for home. Really.
Alright.
I'm pooped.
As the two of you head for home, Philip, something interesting is going to happen with you.
Oh.
You see Dr. Robertson come approaching you, and he gives you a hug.
Yeah, by the way, he will also participate in the race.
Oh, yeah,
so
I already told him what happened in the race, so he's kind of caught up.
Yeah, he filled me in.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, this is unexpected.
Ah, my son, my beautiful, great creation.
Last words I've expected to hear out of your mouth.
I am a new, changed man. You see him, like, smiling. He's almost giddy.
I am now mildly disturbed.
You've seen Dr. Robertson only have one emotion, as far as Phillips is aware of.
Pissed and jealous?
Yeah, basically. And he goes, "If you ever want, I can always take out that chip in your brain."
I'm good.
Well, just swing by my
Sasha,
lair.
Sasha does have his uses.
Well, just swing by my lair if you ever need it.
If you say so.
You see Dr. Robertson just
It's
walk
like-
into his
It's like a fucking teenage son, just like reacting to his loving dad, like, okay,
you see him,
whatever.
you see him basically just get into his eggmobile and just fly on off.
Eggmobile. God.
Anyways, Ghost of Chaplin, please make a perception check.
Alright, here we go. Wait, you guys gotta give me
Here
1
we
second
go.
to put it out.
Okay, 20.
Oh, okay. So the Chaplain definitely noticed some shit himself.
Natural 1.
Okay,
Wow.
that's for Ghost. He
Okay,
does not
so-
care.
Okay, so Ghost, you don't notice this. Chaplin, you do. Chaplin, you hear what sounds to be crying.
Alright.
No, more on the
Chaplin?
lines of like baby crying.
There's gonna be a zombie apocalypse going on, right?
Do what now?
Is there a zombie apocalypse going on?
Uh,
From what Will was making up?
No. But what you do notice is that you see basically an abandoned baby just in an alleyway.
No, if you want zombie apocalypse, no, if you want a zombie noise, here you go.
I would also accept this.
And if you want shriekers,
And if you want monsters,
that
you
one
get
hurts.
go.
Okay. Let's get back on track.
Mostly because of me breathing in and doing that shit.
Alright, back on track. Chaplain,
Okay.
you notice this small, very small little baby in an alleyway. Just abandoned, possibly hungry. You're not sure.
And possibly shot his pants.
Well, it shitted the floor.
Nonchalantly, the Chaplain was like a child. Oh my. And he, without letting Ghost know, he just blatantly walked into the alleyway.
Oh my.
Okay, make a stealth check, I guess.
Oh my.
Stealth check?
Are you trying not to get noticed by Ghost?
No. He just nonchalantly walked towards the alleyway. He just
Alright.
doesn't tap Ghost's shoulder.
Alright, as you walk towards the alleyway and whatnot, the baby is about... Looks like it was just recently born. Because you see what looks to be a cut and middle, like you see like it's just still wrapped up in what they would have in an emergency covers for like the baby, so that way it stays warm and whatnot.
So it's a straight up newborn.
Yeah, it's basically a newborn baby.
Shit.
But you do notice that the baby's not covered in blood except for one of its legs. As your eyes go over to what seems to be a dead couple.
By the gods. You poor thing. Chaplain just kneels towards it and just grabs it and put it against his chest. Don't worry, child. Don't worry.
I feel like Phil would have free Wi-Fi in his head.
And so with one arm he holds the child, and with the other he, ruffles the corpse a bit, like see who they were.
Philip, wait, I got a joke here. Philip just walks behind Chaplin, opens his mouth, and out comes sad violin music.
Nope.
No, Philip.
He looked up by sad violin music on YouTube in his head.
No. Plot twist. In the dark alleyway, in the shadows, comes out a leg.
Hey,
and
I'm the DM here.
It was Philip.
He's the DM here.
I'm the DM here. I decide all fate.
It was Philip all along.
Anyway. The only reason I do that is for jokes.
I know. Anyways.
And it doesn't actually happen anyway.
Anyways, long story short, you see that they're basically both human.
How were they killed?
The way they were killed, you see what looks to be a knife mark against cut across the throat on the gentleman man, and what looks to be a gunshot at least twice in the chest in the woman.
Can I tell for what's their social what is their status? Like, are they wealthy? Are they poor? Are they hobos?
Looks like they were a mid-class family, by the looks of it. At least according to this world's logic that you could figure out, Chaplin.
I swear, if this couple was rich, and there was a movie theater nearby, I would have named this baby Bruce.
Yeah, hold on. Just wait your turn. You'll see.
It's a joke.
I know it's a joke. It's a Batman joke.
It's a Batman. Anyway.
It's the baby girl.
So the Chaplin... Alright. Wait, is that the baby is a girl?
As far as you can tell, it looks like it seems to be a female.
Alright.
In that case, right.
I got a name for it. Oh my. You are a girl. We got this. I will take care of you as you are one of my own. And the Chaplain just walks out the alleyway, trying to find Ghost again.
Ghost, I'll say that you do notice eventually that the Chaplain's not behind you. You wait what seems to be a minute or two, and you see a Chaplain come out of an alleyway with a baby.
What on earth are you holding? It's a child. Baby girl. A child? In the alleyway? What? Put it back! No. His parents brutally murdered. So we call the police. That's what we do. And the child? She will go to the adoptive services. What is that?
He goes, I could explain that! As a gentleman man come across. Adoptive services are like anything else. Basically, the baby gets put into an orphanage and then one day it gets adopted by a nice, lovely couple, eventually.
Oh. Perhaps we should adopt it then. After all, I see why not. What? No! First, you need paperwork, because now it's just simply kidnapping. We have to put it into orphanage first. Then you can do whatever you want then. But we can't just take the child from the crime scene.
You do see an officer coming by to that alleyway, and he goes, son of a bitch! Ugh, Chris, what the hell, man? And that's what you hear from the alleyway, anyways.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well,
you see a police officer come out, and he goes, you there, sir, in the armor.
Yes.
You see what looks to be a dark elf, a man. He seems to be okay dressed. You see what seems to be a deputy on his badge and whatnot, and he goes, excuse me, sir.
Oof, a dark elf. Alright, let me treat him accordingly. Yes.
So, did you see what happened in this alleyway over here?
No.
Hear anything?
No.
He looks over to you, goes, same questions to you, sir.
Nope. Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Damn it. Or Chris.
Is that his... Wait. What happened in the alleyway?
Well, Chris was a good friend of mine.
Sorry, I was just testing something.
It's alright. He's basically he's just being sad because his family member you're not sure, is dead.
Both of them, both Chaplin and Ghost, just say my condolences. If we are able, can we just...
I'm sorry, you guys can leave. Oh, that's right, Chris did have a baby. Anyways, I need to take care of a crime scene now, so, you two guys have to be on your way, alright?
Yes, well, stay safe. You too, same to you, officer.
You see him basically go back to the alleyway, and you see him calling in onto his radio and whatnot. You basically hear sirens if you stay around.
No, we do not stay around. We said immediately head straight away for home.
Are you guys not gonna head to the orphanage? You're actually officially kidnapping a baby?
We'll head to the orphanage later.
Okay. As you guys basically go home, you guys enter in, and it looks like it's pretty much more or less empty. It looks like there's barely anyone else here.
Something has happened. Surely.
No,
Surely
there's no signs of a struggle. More like people have gone out to do some things.
everyone's probably asleep.
Wait, what race is the baby?
It's a human.
Yeah, straight up human. So the baby is okay.
You can easily pass off the baby and it's around for a while.
Yeah, well, not Chaplin's.
Well, yeah, no.
All right. As for
a really small baby.
Anyways, as you guys enter, you notice that there is something interesting.
better not
There's
be that
someone
ghost
sitting on the
bit.
couch.
The ghost turned on the light.
As you turn on the light, there's nothing there.
God damn, I have enough of this spooky shit. Whoever's in this house, come out. Ghost just yells. No one.
As you hear, as you wish, from behind you.
As Ghost turns around, he says, "That's not what I fucking meant."
Oh? What did you mean?
I meant come out in whoever's in the house. Come out right in my view, not behind me.
Well, I am within your view now, aren't I not?
What does he look like?
You can't really see features, like, at all.
Okay.
Like, it looks like
All right.
like a shadow of a person, but you can't tell who or what it is.
So he's just a straight up silhouette.
Yeah, basically. And he looks pretty damn solid.
What on God's name? What are you? The chaplain just says.
I've asked that question myself, to be quite frank.
That's not what I asked. I asked, what are you? And why are you doing here?
Oh, what I'm doing here is Well, I just came in to relax a little bit.
Well, you're not invited to relax.
I did not realize this house was occupied. I'll best be leaving now.
Yes, that is for the best. And you can just like slightly hear Chaplin's teeth grinding. He does not like these shadow
As he
people.
basically says that he's leaving, you see him basically from his feet going upwards. He starts to fade away into nothingness as you hear footsteps going towards the front door. The front door opening and him and the front door closing again.
I honestly half expected him to just like roll up like a piece of paper and disappear.
I thought he was like when he would start flowing up. I thought he was just going upstairs.
Nope. He was going towards the doorway, but he was disappearing.
Like in those Looney Tunes like Looney Tune cartoons where
Yeah.
like they for some reason just roll up like a piece of paper and it's like literally like a piece of rolled up parchment at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just poof out. Yeah, I was honestly half expecting that.
Alright, so
Okay,
you guys just saw a weird figure.
All right, wait. Ghost. All right, hold on. Here's a set of things that I want to happen. So Ghost, after he locks the door, Chaplin just sitting on the couch, just like tending to the baby, like overseeing any over its futures, over its physicality, is it healthy and whatnot.
The
Before Ghost starts,
the baby seems to be very healthy and whatnot. Like, looks like
all right.
they were taking decent care, but looks like they were taking a shortcut back home and then end up in their demise. The baby seems to be unharmed, though.
All right. Ghost immediately asked Chaplin what would his name would be. What? I am simply known as. Yes, but if you want to adopt this child, you have to have a better name than that. They will not accept Chaplin as a name over here. Well, what other name could I find? Could I have? All right.
The
Just give me a
TV's on, by the
minute.
way.
Oh, so well, we're listening to TV as we go over what name Chaplin should be renamed.
As you guys are listening to the TV, you hear, well, recently from the Irish Isles, we have found an absolute major discovery on the ancient, legendary King Arthur's tomb, or possibly one of his more well-known enemies, Queen Morgana. We believe that it could possibly be the one named Fletcher, but we're not quite sure.
Okay, no. They wouldn't have known. They wouldn't know his name. They would not know his name.
No, they're like, we're not sure who this man is, nor what he did, but we believe that he might have been the king, or maybe even the captain of the guard. We're not quite sure. But that information will be placed into the museum tomorrow morning. It is currently opening right now, but we are still searching for clues.
So, I see. Yes, that is great news and all, but we still mustn't figure out a name for. I will have you know that names are quite sacred where I can. And over here, they're the same thing, just less. We gotta have a name for you. They will not accept Chaplin as a proper name. Let me think. Okay, let's see. And Ghost just looks like up and down on like.
How about wait? How about Adam Chaplin?
What?
Adam Chaplin.
Adam's Chaplin?
No, Adam Chaplin.
Adam and then Chaplin.
Like Adam as first name, then Chaplin as last name.
Ah. Well,
It's
it's a
going,
lot
it's
better
going off of that Wonder Woman logic.
than, I wish I thought of that because I just call him Statura.
Like,
Statura.
no, like it's going off of that Wonder Woman logic. You know, like
At least from the
how
movie.
she would like start off saying like, "I am Diana, Prince," and then gets cut off, and the guy's like, "Diana Prince, that's her name."
Ah, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was at least
we
in the
can do
movie.
that.
I never
Yeah,
saw the
you know
movie,
what?
only the trailer. I saw that in the trailer.
I've seen
You
the
know what?
movie.
We're gonna. You know what? Here's his name now. Charles Chaplin. That's your name.
Okay.
Charlie
Is that my
Chaplin.
name?
Charlie
Yes,
Chaplin.
that is
Charlie
your name.
Chaplin.
Charles Chaplin.
Okay.
That's quite an odd name. It is, but it's at least acceptable. Now, moving on.
Charlie Chaplin actually has a ring to it.
Meow.
What was that?
Meow.
Oh, cat. Where is that sound coming from?
You see basically a cat just jump from the back of the TV and land on the couch.
What the
Oh
fuck?
no, it's a pussy.
Fucking cat! And immediately, Ghost just whips out his pistol.
And you see the cat basically
Scram, pussy.
it just basically doesn't flinch as you pull out its gun. It doesn't seem to be hostile.
Then
Get
goes
the fuck out of here, you cat. And just, Ghost just, like, gets closer and threatening.
Okay,
Ghost is just going like, "Scram, pussy."
Ghost, you see the cat basically jump up and land on top of your head.
And then the cat
And
pulls out its
Ghost
own gun.
immediately starts thrashing around, trying to grab the cat.
As you try
And
to,
all of a sudden, the cat pulls out its own gun, and it's like Rocket Raccoon.
as you basically thrash around with the cat just seems to be having the upper hand as you guys basically come with this struggle. As the cat has your gun in its mouth. Like,
I just want to start hearing this cat like smack. I just want to start hearing this cat like smack talking like, "All right, hands up!" pulling out like a gun, and it's like Rocket Raccoon, but it's a cat.
The cat's holding your gun towards you, and it has its paw basically where the trigger is, and whatnot.
Ghost headbutts cat.
That's not the same thing, damn it.
I know. Meow.
Ghost headbutts the cat.
As you try to headbutt the cat, you go right through it.
I was half expecting Ghost to just hold his hands up while those cats just pointing a gun at him.
Meow.
Okay, so
You see the cat
when
just
you say
go right through the wall and disappear.
It's a ghost cat?
perhaps you have perhaps your name, Ghost, has more of a meaning than I initially thought.
It's more literal.
Okay, Charlie, you shut the fuck up. I'll exercise this
Chaplin.
You see,
Seriously,
you have-
Charlie Chaplin. That has such a ring to it.
you see the cat basically come out of the wall again, and it just basically brush against your leg, Ghost. It feels extremely cold.
And like a good old cold, he tries to stamp it out.
As
It's
you
stabbed.
try to stamp it through it goes right through.
It's literally a ghost.
It's literally
For
a
fuck's
ghost
sake.
cat.
The ghost pussy.
Ghost
Scram,
pussy.
ghost pussy.
Trademark.
God damn it, I have no time for this shit. Where's the Ghostbusters when you need them?
Meow.
Scram,
Char-
ghost pussy.
Ghost immediately just heads upstairs to do God knows what, while Charlie just like sits on the couch as still as he could be, just like continuing tending the child.
You see the cat just like approach the kid, just sniffing at it. it and it starts licking it.
Cute.
Charles like slightly moves the child out the way, like he just, like puts it on a higher out, just raise his arm a bit.
Alright. You hear in your mind, Chaplain. Hey, what are you doing?
Does where is this voice coming? Like what direction? Does it?
It's in your mind, but you don't know where it's coming from.
Are you the cat?
No, Sherlock, I'm the couch.
The couch?
No, of course I'm the cat.
Oh.
I'm being
Well, what
sarcastic.
are you then? Are you the couch or the cat?
I'm the
Choose
cat.
one. Ah. So what are you? What are you doing here?
I'm a guardian.
A guardian for the child, perhaps?
Yes. You saw me in the alleyway.
Oh.
Oh, wait, you haven't seen me yet. Right.
No, I have. Where were you when the parents were killed? I thought that guardian's supposed to protect.
I didn't exactly exist.
Oh, I see. So, why do you choose to protect this child?
Well, it's kind of part of my contract.
To whom?
Well, I kind of owed a few favors to the mom, and, well, she was like, I'm going to have this baby, I want you to be the protector, and whatnot, so when I was trying to get signed up to be the child's protector, you could fill in the rest.
Ah, tragic. But what can you do if you're a protector?
Well, I could do this. You see the child basically start levitating as you see what
Sorry
looks to
about
be...
that. For some reason my phone just lost connection with the Wi-Fi.
That's alright. You see the
So the
child
child starts
starting to
levitating.
float, and you see what looks to be an energy shield being formed around them.
So wait, is the baby talking?
Now the baby's not
No.
talking, it's the cat.
Hmm.
My, that. Charles starts tapping the little bubble shield to see if it's actually solid.
It's very solid.
That could be quite useful, and the levitating ability is too. But I hope you know that I would be very disappointed if you let it fall.
Oh, no worries.
Well, now.
Besides, the last thing you need to worry about is that child falling.
That is good. Tell me, what is the family like? This child?
Hmm?
The family. The parents that were unfortunately taken away from this little girl.
Well, I don't know much, but the woman, the lady that I owe quite a few favors for, is, well, she kind of helped me out of a bad deal and whatnot.
Oh, I see.
I swear this is gonna turn out exactly like Barbas and Manamarco.
Are you sure this is not a weird episode of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
No, this is straight up Barbas and Manamarco because Barbas sounded exactly like the cat, and Barbas was a dog.
All right.
Barbas, it was a demon dog. Is like a demonic dog that looks like a normal dog and can also telepathically communicate, and he sounds exactly like that.
Well.
Okay. Well, regardless.
I can talk normally, but, have to stay within hidden reach, if you get my saying.
I understand. Tell me, How far can you go?
How
How
far can
does
I?
that? Yes. How
How,
exactly
yeah,
does
how
guardian
far can you
spirits work?
fly? How far can you fly? How far can you throw me?
Yeah. Okay.
How far can you
How,
see?
quite far. But tell me, how do guardian spirits work? Do they have a, let's say, which they can go? Do they sense the danger?
I basically like a detector. If the child's ever in danger, I basically go off like a mountain lion.
Hmm.
You literally transform into a mountain lion.
Metaphorically speaking, yes.
Hmm. I see. Well then, I suppose I should let Ghost know that you are not.
I do not.
How did they say?
I do not wish harm to you, the very mean man, and this child, as well as whoever else lives within this roof and whatnot.
Charles just like have a little snicker. Okay then. Well then, if I may, I will take the child upstairs and I'll tell the ghost about the news.
Now, if you excuse me, I gotta get some tuna. You see the cat basically just scamper off into the kitchen.
So the ghost pussy is about to get some ghost tuna.
No, like actual legitimate tuna. It can eat physical material.
Well,
Weird.
that now that's just being the squatter. All
But
right.
you will need to clean after it, though. You would not need to
Oh,
clean
that's
after it, so.
Well, it's literally a cat in every way except that it's a ghost.
Yeah.
it's a cat in every way, but weird episodes of Sabrina the
It,
Teenage
it
Witch.
it doesn't need to poo, so,
Yeah, at least that.
or pee.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
So
Anyways, continue.
as Chaplin, I mean, as Charles goes up the stairs, he sees ghosts essentially just rummaging through his closet, towel closet. What on earth are you doing? I'm trying to find a way to kill a cat. What do you think? Well, it is not just a cat. It's actually a guardian spirit. A guardian spirit. So yeah. I guess it's much. I bet that kid do something with it too, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh dear. That's gonna make it a lot more difficult to just give it off to orphanage. All right. Think. What can we do? We could perhaps adopt it. Uh, I knew you would do something stupid like this. Okay, if you're willing to adopt this, you're gonna have to learn a few things about adoption, and not just what is adoption, but more like the more minute processes of just how do I say owning a child. Owning a child. That sounds a lot like slavery. It's not. It's owning a child to your family's name. You have a family's name, right? And then Charles just shakes his head. Then again, more difficult. What about your name? My name? Uh, dear Lord. Okay. Yes, you could suppose that you
Ding
could show it.
dong!
Oh, we'll talk about this later. And Ghost just goes straight for the door.
You basically see Agent Rhea, your kids, and Jet basically come on in from what looks to be a grocery run.
Oh dear, come on in. And Ghost just like immediately tries to help out with the groceries.
You
As
also see Philip, and shortly behind them is Philip.
Okay, this
You know
time I
what?
will actually allow this. I'll just say
Yeah,
somehow
no,
you
I was actually being serious there. That wasn't a joke. I just wanted to actually get some interaction in because I was getting a little.
Yeah. Philip is here too, apparently, as well. Looks like he's helping with the groceries as well.
Yeah, like it just kind of. I just Hello. I ran into these fine fellows as I was walking in, and they needed help.
Oh dear, Philip, what do you want?
You hear from your adopted daughter goes, oh, a kitty, and she
Oh
just like
God.
seems to be petting it.
Uh, I came here to ask if you know where I can find a place of work.
Not here. We're not hiring maids.
I wasn't. I wasn't looking to clean.
Well, I can't exactly help you in finding a place to. We don't exactly have too much in the way of jobs. Heck, I'm trying to figure out what Chaplin can do. Charles can do.
Well,
Any
well, hello, Charlie Chaplin.
What do you say?
Philip just
Oh, like when you started when Philip just basically noticed how you called him Charles, and he just like puts two and two together, and he's just like and so he just gets a little bit humorous, and he just calls him Charlie Chaplin.
Agent Rhea goes, uh, Chaplin, where did you find that baby?
In an alleyway where its parents are tragically met with ill-fated end.
Eh. And Jet goes, oh no. And the kids are like, what?
They 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 don't know half the vocabulary. Oh crap!
I cover the children's ears.
Oh crap!
Wait, you need 4 harps to do that because there's 2. Well, actually, technically, there's 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Crap! Hold on. That makes this story of interaction a bit different. Immediately noticing Rhea, Jet, and the children both in the same room, he places down the child and lovingly, like almost fatherly, on a couch, and just immediately goes off to another room silently, like just no indication whatsoever.
Chaplin, as you go into the other room, you notice something off-putting. You notice the room that you probably typically stay in, which I'll say is the garage, I guess. You notice a gray door that's never been there before.
This door must be really big.
Now, it's tall enough to where you can enter it in and whatnot.
All right, so Charlie just like creak open the door.
You creep open the door, and you notice the same kind of colored room as the door. There's looks like to be no one inside it though. But you do see something interesting. You see a note in the middle of the room, and it's labeled for you.
Charlie goes to and reads the note.
Alright, as you go in and you reach for the note, you hear the door behind you slam shut.
Charlie continues reading the note.
Alright, as you read the note, you see is that something interesting. You say it's you see it says you know who I am, but you have forgotten.
Charlie is not amused. He does not like these mind games, and he goes back and tries to open the door.
As you open the door and leave the room, do you turn back?
Yeah.
As you turn around, you notice that there's no door there.
Yeah, I just thought of something
I'm
funny.
tired of these shenanigans. It ultimately seems quite purposeful.
I just thought of something really funny.
What?
I wonder what would happen if Charlie here started eating the candy. You guys get the joke?
I don't.
I kind of do.
Explain.
And he finds a golden ticket.
Lily Wonka,
Charlie.
the chocolate machine.
Charlie Chaplin in the freaking chocolate factory.
Yep.
Imagine this big ass fucker like just posing as a child.
Anyways. Nothing interesting happens and whatnot other than Philip trying to figure out where a job is. And he's slowly kicked out. We're actually going to see what's on Philip's end right now, as you are just wandering the streets for right now.
Oh,
I thought I was in
Yeah, you
Ghost's
were.
apartment.
You were, but we're kind of moving on with the story.
Okay.
well, do you want to like stay in the house?
Like I said, we're just seeing what's on Philip's end, so.
Okay.
Philip will go to the host club that Ghost and
Oh, you fuck. You fuck. No, you don't do that.
Philip.
No. Stop it.
I forgot what George's character's name was.
Leo. Stop doing it. You don't do it, you cunt.
His character's name was Leo.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go to the new host club where Leo and Ghost were.
Leo probably
As you
isn't there.
go towards it, make a perception check.
Okay. One moment. Nope, that's wrong.
Man, this brings back so much memories. I remember where Newspaper Boy just went Mach 10 speed without even trying to hide the fact.
Okay, 20, you definitely spot this. As you're passing by what looks to be a museum, you notice a couple of teenagers are breaking into the museum.
Damn, why is the host club so close to the museum?
It's not close to the museum. It's on the host club. The way that he went is on the way to the museum.
Oh, okay.
All right. I just go in and. Well, hello there. I would advise that you stop doing that.
The kids have already broken in by the time you would have caught them outside. Do you
Hello,
roll stealth
fellow.
check because you're falling behind them? Because they don't expect
Roll
you.
what?
Roll stealth.
No, I'm not trying to sneak up on them. I'm trying to make them know I'm here and tell them to pretty much leave and stop and get out.
Alright, you notice the teenagers are going to what looks to be a new exhibit that's labeled King Arthur. And you see what looks to be a version of King Arthur with a sword within the stone, and looks like he's about to pull it out, but of course it's a statue. And you look around, you see what looks to be a sarcophagus, and you see the teenagers like about to say, "Hey, let's open it up and file a mummy."
I go behind the youths and like tap on like all their shoulders with like super speed.
Before you could do that, they managed to open the sarcophagus, and Fletcher, you awake. As you see,
one weak ass. I see three ugly ass teens.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Is this your fourth character? Nice.
No, no. Well,
Fletcher.
technically, yeah.
Fletcher, you remember the battle with King Arthur that you were losing badly.
No, not as far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, it was a white knight.
Well, you were still losing against it someone. And you
Mhm.
see now these three teenagers in clothes you do not even recognize go, oh shit! And you see the teenagers like run off and out past you, Philip. They don't even bother with you as they basically flee out the window.
I just like I just bust out and just Fletcher just busts out like yelling at the top of his lungs, pulling out like just making a bow appear out of nowhere, like drawing an arrow. And,
Alright.
and he just like fucking and he just like freaking nails one of the kids in the
Okay, make an attack roll.
yeah, he just nails a kid in the cat.
Just make an attack roll, though.
One moment. One moment.
Okay, that will hit.
No shit, that's gonna hit.
Alright, so...
I just nailed this teenager in the leg.
You nail him in the back, actually.
No, I'm on purpose aiming for the leg.
Okay, you hit him in the...
So I can question you.
You hit him in the leg. He goes, ow! Philip, you see this... Actually, describe your character, Fletcher, I mean.
Alright. Yeah, describe Fletcher basically.
Yes.
Alright, 1 second. I gotta look at his bio. Alright. You kind of see this like kind of lanky but muscular or wood elf with like kind of he's like real tan, brown, like long brown, like ragged hair with brown. He's about 6'6".
Okay. That's...
And he looks like he would be the equivalent, like the equivalent of like 40 years old.
Alright, Philip, that's what you see. And that's what the characters will find out
And
tomorrow
like,
after the news.
Yeah, and he's like donned in this like kind of like fancy looking armor, or with like a green cloak.
Alright, Philip, you see this wood elf basically fire a shot into this kid's leg. And you see the kid basically fall down and you see the teenagers like stop for him and it goes, and they like pick him up and they're trying to drag him out.
I go ahead and I go ahead and just see about nailing the other two in the legs.
They basically immediately drop as soon as they see the bow raised up again, and they bolt. They're gone.
All right. I put back the arrow. I put back the arrow. Make the bow disappear, and I go up and like Fletcher goes up to the kid with the arrow in the knee.
Philip, do you intervene?
He's just kind of questioning things right now.
He goes, "Stay away from me,
just
man!
like-
Stay away!"
He just starts just kind of screaming at him in Elvish. Who are you? Where am I?
I don't know what you're saying, man. You hear this very off-putting language that you've never heard of.
You speak? Yeah, I'm just like, what language do you speak?
Help!
Just knocks him out and pulls out the arrow.
Alright. Make a...
And he does it. He basically does it in such a way that he can recover it.
Alright. Make a survival check, I guess.
Without killing the kid.
Make a survival check, I guess. 21. Okay. You pull it out with ease. Luckily, you hit somewhere where his major arteries won't be, critically injured. Looks like he'll make a full recovery if he were to, keep it bandaged up for like a
Yeah.
long period of time or get a healing potion. You're pretty
Right.
sure.
Right.
Philip, you see all of this going down.
Philip does not understand Elvis.
Okay, so
So they're just literally gonna have a screaming match. And then Fletcher finally notices Philip. And he just kind of levels a bow. Who are you? In Elvish.
how does Philip respond?
He's like, I do not understand a word you are saying.
In common?
In Russian.
In Russian. Wait. Okay, never mind.
He still knows the language. He just doesn't have the accent.
Alright. Fletcher, you hear the same nonsense as the teenage kid.
But different because it's Russian and not
Well, yeah.
and not English.
You hear what seems to be a foreign language to you. And you notice what looks to be a man with a sword that's placed in stone.
Oh, he straight up aims for the man with the sword.
As you aim, I'll say that you do notice that it's a statue.
No, he wouldn't notice. He wouldn't know. Like, it looks way too realistic for him to notice. Like, you gotta understand, this guy was like, he's like back from the time where statues were primarily made of stone. This statue would be like made out of like cardboard and shit, and would look way too realistic for him to notice.
Yeah. You see, you're it came from this way, in Elvish. And you see what seems to be flashlights pointing to y'all's direction. And you hear some footsteps coming.
Alright, he just kind of levels the bow in the direction of the light.
Does Philip do anything?
Philip just hides. He doesn't know what to make of this yet.
You see what looks to be a security guard, half elven in nature.
By the way, Philip did a stealth check.
And I'm gonna see if the security guard noticed, even though he's by himself. Yep, he's gonna notice. You see what looks to be a half-elven security guard dressing with a white shirt, black jeans, like typical security guard for a museum. And and you see him approach with a very pretty hefty flashlight. The ones that you can actually use for knocking people unconscious and whatnot. Those ones. And he points the light to Fletcher, then he points it over to Philip.
Who are you? Where am I? Where have you taken me? In Elvish.
He speaks in Elvish, and he goes, "What are you talking about, sir? You broke into a freaking museum."
A what?
A museum of history.
What's history?
He goes, "Well, the history of a myth of King Arthur."
Wait, who? Where is it?
What? He goes, "What, in Elvish?"
Where is that feed?
King Arthur? It's a myth.
Who else?
As soon as he says myth in Elvish, you don't understand what's going on.
Where am I?
You're in the
Where's
United
the
States
key?
of America.
The
In
what?
Elvish. US of A. In Elvish.
I do not understand. What is that?
It's a country.
What's a country?
You would know what a country is. You served in a kingdom.
You served in a kingdom, not a country.
He goes, a collection of people that have the same interests, yada yada yada. In
A
Elvish.
kingdom?
Sort of, except more advanced.
What do you mean?
He goes, well, first off, we don't dress in medieval garb anymore. In Elvish.
What do you mean medieval? What is that word?
Oh dear lord, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Is the guard able to see that the coffin's open and significantly missing a mummy?
I would say he definitely notices it, and he goes, well, I'll be damned. Damn teenagers. Great. Just peachy. Because he thinks that the teenagers
Why are you
stole the
speaking of
dummy.
peaches? Why are you speaking of peaches?
It's a figure of speech, you moron.
What's a moron?
Oh god. Developed seems. Okay, you're gonna have to come to the security office. The both of you are coming with me.
What?
As he basically drags you guys to a security office, not forcefully, mind you, just as you guys get
I won't
placed.
go in it. I'm not going anywhere. I
He,
need to go. I need to figure out where I am. And he just like straight. And he just like straight up makes the bow. And like pulls out like a Kopesh.
okay, he's gonna tase you. As you basically fall down unconscious. He goes, are you gonna be in much trouble, kid? He's talking to you,
No.
Philip. In English.
I know. No, I will go with you, as I have no idea what just happened, and I was not a part with those teenagers. I was trying to stop them, but then this.
Still, you broke into a museum.
He's just literally saying, I'm literally a silent observer.
Regardless, you're still being taken to the security office, so.
I am fine with this.
Alright, you see him basically pick up this wood elf and whatnot by the shoulder, and he basically drags him, and you basically follow.
I can help you. I can help you with that if you wish.
I got it. Not my first time busting people trying to break into a museum.
Alright.
He puts him in a chair, and he goes, seal. As you basically what looks to be magical binds go around him, and he goes, just in case. That basically just
Yes, I
restrain him.
believe that would be a good course of action.
And he goes, he basically smacks Fletcher in the. He doesn't smack Fletcher. He just waits till Fletcher is awake. Fletcher, you wake up about maybe an hour or so after you got shocked by whatever that thing was, as you see yourself in what looks to be a white room. You do notice magical binds on your person that's keeping you held down to the chair so that way you don't run away and whatnot. And you see the kid that you was trying to talk to earlier.
He says in Irish Gaelic, am I?
You hear from the half-elf, no, you're not dead.
Wait, the half elf understands Irish Gaelic.
No, he speaks in Elvish.
Yeah, but Fletcher said asked, "Am I dead?" in Irish Gaelic, not elf.
Okay. He goes, what? No, you're not. What? That you see the half elf man that surprisingly took you down without even touching you? Just sit across the table.
Who are you? In Elvish. Where have you taken me?
This is the security office. You are being detained.
This doesn't look. This looks like no dungeon to me.
Dungeon? Oh, you mean prison.
A what?
Prison. You know, jail cells, people being crammed into it and whatnot.
A dungeon?
What, by the sounds of what he's describing a dungeon, but seems like the word has been changed.
You mean a dungeon?
Basically, yes, but a lot better.
Well, no one escapes from a dungeon.
He goes, alright, names for the both of you?
What?
He's saying names in Elven and Common.
I am Fletcher.
Okay, Mr. Fletcher and...
I am Fletcher of the... Shit, I gotta come up with like a name for like a king.
Since you're using the King Arthur tale, I say go for the Morgana route.
No.
Anyways, let me know when you figure that part out. You just say Fletcher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I am Fletcher. Oh, royal assassin and hunter of Queen Mithra.
He goes.
No, wait. Yeah, Mithra.
He goes. All right. Sure, whatever you say, pal. Did you miss the medieval fair? And he says in Elven.
A what?
Medieval fair.
There's that word again. What do you mean medieval?
Fletcher, as you look around in the room, you notice that you don't see brick. You see brick, but it looks like they're painted. You see what looks to be a metal door with glass that says security on it, but you can't tell it's security because it has an Elven language that says security office. And there's that weird language that you can't understand.
This is a rather luxurious prison.
It's a security office.
What?
It's an office where...
What's an office?
Oh god, it's like talking to a brick wall.
I have actually talked to brick walls. They are quite...
Okay, a possible insane case.
I am not mad.
He goes, okay, Mr... He looks at you, Philip.
Oh, I am just Philip.
Just Philip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's going to ask you what you both are doing in here.
I don't know why I was here. I just woke up. I woke up and I found 3 intruders.
Okay, so possibly homeless.
Philip just chimes in, and I noticed that 3 teenagers have broken in, and I came
So...
trouble.
Oh shit, what was that?
What?
I thought I heard something on my end.
Well, and then like so, and then once they decided to break open the sarcophagus, which they did with relative ease. This man here that I don't know what his name is, coming out like screaming with the bow drawn on, comes out of the coffin, and then shoots the one lad, and then shoots the one youth in the leg with an arrow.
Yes. That's so. That's what the kid said in the other room.
Do you not have security footage?
Yes, we have security footage, but we don't have any of them set up right now. Unfortunately, some asshole called Derek basically destroyed them last week. We've been trying to get replacements.
That is
Anyways, I'm going to have to call the officers for Mr. Fletcher here, he says in common.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Didn't they say on the news today that they found a tomb that said Fletcher on it?
Possibly. Though, you gotta remember, Mr. Phillip, it is a common name.
Not really.
I mean, there are people that's named Fletcher, so he could have just taken up the name.
Yes, but don't you find it a little coincidental that this man, that both me and that teenager that had an arrow in his leg, both seemingly said that this man came out of the coffin, and his name is Fletcher, and the news said that they found a tomb with the name Fletcher.
Well, we're still going to have the officers come down here because he did attack a person. And nearly killed him, might I quite add, in Elvin.
Sir, I had no intention of killing someone, so I only wished to ask for information, but he seemed to not know what I was understand. But he seemed not to understand.
He goes, still calling the officers. Police arrive.
Sir, before you... No, he like stops him for a moment. Sir, before you do this, please consider that there are things such as superheroes and villains, literal alien invasion.
Yes.
And
right.
And the possibility that maybe...
He points to you. Right, I saw you on the news.
Yes, I am very sorry about that. That's a long story, but you
no,
see...
he's talking about the recent news, the one with the alien attack.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Your track record is more or less spotty, but I guess we'll let you go. But as far as Fletcher here, he points over to you, Fletcher.
Yeah.
We still have to have him pay the fine for the medical and whatnot.
Philip just tells him.
We're going to have the kids.
No. Wait, let me finish, please. I wasn't finished when you were starting.
All right.
You just kind of interrupted. And Phil just says there might be a possibility that maybe this man did just wake up out of a coffin. That's about 2,000 years old.
Goes, all right. But he's still paying the kids' medical bills.
How would he be able to pay if he has no idea how this society works?
Not his
problem. I'm pretty sure it's not your problem to worry about. Because the mother is going to charge.
I believe it is a problem because I don't really approve of this because this man just woke up and he just had the shell shock of waking up in an entirely different world.
Alright. I'll just say for the benefit of the doubt that this goes back and forth, but he basically let you guys off the hook, and you guys are outside, and it's dawn.
Just.
But Philip does ask the guy to translate and ask him, "Do you have any money?"
I'm not giving you cash, kid.
No. He asks the half-elf security guard to ask Fletcher if Fletcher has any money, and then relay the answer. Basically, translate.
Okay, that's what he's going. Look, kid, I'm not a translator. I just work
Just a
here.
simple question because he might have 2,000-year-old gold.
He goes, all right, Mr. Fletcher, do you have money in Elven?
Yes, I get paid. I get paid quite well. Pulls out just like a large sack of gold coin.
As you do, Philip, you notice that he pulls out a bag of coins, and you see what looks to be gold coins, very old.
See?
He goes, all right, fine. I'll let you guys off the hook.
And he just basically like kind of motions to Fletcher like.
Does Fletcher pick up on this? Does Fletcher pick up on it?
I think Fletcher would be able to get some simple hand gestures.
Alright, you guys walk outside. You notice that it's a beautiful day, and it's dawn.
So, Mr. Fletcher, where will you go? And Fletcher just looks at him like,
Fletcher, as you exit out of this, quotes, museum, you take a look at your surroundings, and you swear straight up and down that you're inside of a castle or keep, because you've never seen buildings this high and whatnot. You see what looks to be skyscrapers, streets, cars, street lamps. You have no idea what any of this is.
"What is this place?" He just asks him over. And literally, Philip cannot understand a word.
As you guys are basically walking down the street,
Actually, Philip will turn to Fletcher, and just kind of gesture to Fletcher to follow him.
all right. Ghosts.
And basically, they just go to Ghost's apartment.
All right. As that's happening, we're going to find out what happened to Ghost and the chaplain that night. Ghost, you have probably by far the most peaceful sleep you've ever had shortly before you got your soul taken away. You sleep very soundly, very well, and no succubus nightmares. Chaplain.
No, yeah, you're not getting shafted.
Chaplain, you have a little bit more of an interesting dream. You see yourself surrounded by darkness for only a mere moment. Then you see yourself climbing up a mountain. What do you do?
Describe the mountain for me.
The mountain looks like there's a old beat up path that has been used. Looks like by at least one person, maybe two. Looks like it's not a very heavily forested area. It's kind of a little high up. But you recognize this day. This was the day that you got absorbed by that time anomaly.
Wait.
Can I?
Well,
Is there
yeah.
anyone with
Actually,
me?
he's a Goliath, so he would be able to survive high altitude.
Anyways,
Is there anyone with me?
no, there is not.
All right. If memory, so I remember fully that this is when I was absorbed by the anomaly.
Yes, but this was before. This was about an hour before that.
I suppose I keep continuing my path, the journey.
Alright, you follow yourself to what looks to be an old drab cave. What looks to be a door. You pull out something. Do you read it yourself?
Yeah, I read it.
Wanted for blasphemy. And you see what looks to be a word or name, or maybe even a title, but it is blurred out.
Is there any picture?
No, there is none. But it does say that he does live within this hole. As you basically journey within this cave and whatnot, you notice something interesting. As you see what looks to be a lab table, what looks to be makeshift science equipment, and you see the man that you talked to before the hell race. You see the scientist with no face. Just standing in front of you. The second you, I guess. The past you.
The past of me.
Yeah, this is a dream of your past. You hear yourself. Alright. Either come quietly or be beheaded. You hear such foolish nonsense. You don't even know what is coming over the horizon. You hear your own name, Chaplain. Chaplain of the West. If you stop me now, there is no hope for tomorrow. Ignoring his words at that time, you basically decide to strike at him. He manages to dodge, but looks like you cut his hand. Not like you cut off his hand, more like think of the blade of your sword, and it goes elongating into his hand. Sort of like, hold on, let me draw an image real quick. That's not it. Okay, you see the yellow thing?
The yeller? Yeah, I see it.
Basically, imagine if you cut his hand like so.
Alright. Wow.
Basically, he manages to dodge you, but you cut him like that. But again, you don't see this guy's face and whatnot. You've met the guy before. But looks like he managed to make this room go smoky, and you feel your body paralyzed. Shortly after, you see him basically leave after you get shortly unparalyzed, and about 30 minutes have passed. As you basically give chase, you see the time anomaly that absorbed you, and you woken up in a strange place shortly after. And then you wake up.
Charlie does not give much of a reaction other than like this possibly maybe just a figment of an imagination. He does not speak about it. He does not display anything about it, for he does not truly understand it. Because what has happened seems to be true, but also untrue at the same. Regardless, he gets up and well, he continues on his normal duties, or at least as normal as he could possibly make it out to be.
As you basically open your door, you see yourself surrounded by that engulfing darkness. No sights, no sound, and you see the man right in front of you again.
Do I recognize him?
You do recognize him from the dream, and you do recognize as this guy that gave you the amulet.
Hmm.
There is not much time.
Not much time for what?
This world is already near its end. But there's a chance to save this world and to end the darkness.
Haven't we already ended the darkness?
No. He shook his head. No. My calculations were slightly off on his arrival. He's already shown up. If you guys don't remember, a while back, you guys interacted with surrounding darkness and you heard the chimes of in the middle of the streets shortly before you guys ran into Master Roshi.
Yeah, I remember it a bit. I think it was the hairdresser.
Ask
The
Ghost of the Man of Chimes. He will know. And be sure to wear that amulet tonight, because if you get absorbed, and if you're not wearing it or don't have it on you, then our last hope has perished. You see the same scar you actually did onto the man. This is the same guy. But again, you do not remember his name.
I do not know, but yet you try to save this world.
I was trying.
And you're certainly from where I'm from. Yes.
Yes, you are chaplain of the East.
Yes, I do know. I am aware. So what were you trying to do, saving this world?
I was trying to save ours.
No.
But someone within your community said I was committing blasphemy and wanted me dead. I was trying to
That is impossible. No, there is very little in the way one could commit blasphemy. I cannot
When you
remember
predict
how.
the end of all things, people think you're crazy and pronouncing blasphemy.
Charlie is like racking through his brain. What sort of laws? What could possibly brand this man of blasphemy? Blasphemy, when his religion is quite literally very, very simple,
Well, there is
consisting
more
of
than one God.
simply being.
There is more than one God in your world. And someone
Oh,
claiming
true.
blasphemy could just say, hey, I don't want this guy to be living anymore. And it could be a false accusation, and you're not sure.
Alright. I do not wish to believe it, but I am only just a apprentice.
Well,
The only way I could understand that I would want to kill you is that my superiors wanted you dead.
They did.
But that is impossible. We follow a religion, do not consider such things blasphemous. The only things that are truly blasphemous is, well, if you killed too many innocents.
They claim
And
I
you
did.
are no woman.
They claim I did, but I did not do such a thing. It's time for you to actually wake up. He snaps his fingers and you wake up in your room again. As you try to rush out of your room, you notice it's the same hallway that you're familiar with and whatnot.
Charlie gets a bit annoyed again, but regardless, he does nothing about it. Could do nothing about it, and moves on.
Alright. Ghost, you see Chaplin basically trying to hide something. Or, I guess you could make an insight check if you...
Yeah, sure, I'll make an insight check.
Alright, so Chaplin, make a deception check.
Okay.
We'll see who has the higher of the two. Okay,
Alright,
Ghost,
so...
you definitely notice something is up with the Chaplain.
Nightmares? No. No nightmares. You sure? You certainly seemed a part of it. I know no such fears. You paused there for a second. Are you sure? Yes, I'm very sure. Very well. Just tell me when you feel it is best to be ready. And Charlie does not. But Ghost still is a bit aware that something's up.
Like,
Okay.
seriously? Alright, seriously. I just realized something.
What?
We're literally acting out an anime. Think about it. Think about it. Ghost would be the main character, and we're all literally extra characters that just pop out of nowhere and annoy the ever living shit out of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much the
that's
whole
actually
deal.
pretty accurate.
You guys fucking suck.
Anyways, we hear a ding dong at the door.
Like, his life was pretty normal considering, and then yeah, this shit just pops out of nowhere
Then
and
we
bites him in the
happen.
face.
I had a good thing running, you know, just work the host club. Okay, maybe it wasn't that great, but still.
Bunny ears.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So Ghost is, waltzing about to the door, walking to the people.
You see Philip and you see a wood elf that you've never seen.
Oh,
A
fuck.
very grizzled, manly looking wood elf, and he's very tall. He's like 2 inches taller than you.
Ghost just clenches his fist so hard that it turns white. And muttering like, how many fucking new characters must I meet? But
Hey,
the part where he clenches...
Come that ghost, no break in the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Come that
But
ghost,
still-
that no break in the fourth wall. That is my thing.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Go
Except
back,
for the part
Sasha.
where he clenches fist to white.
Okay.
The part where he clenches fist to white did happen. Now, he slowly but surely opens the door.
Alright, as you open the door,
And closes it.
Philip, you see Ghost and whatnot. Fletcher, you've never seen this guy in your entire life. But he definitely does not look like a ghost.
Hello, Mr. Hello, Mr.
Who's talking?
Philip.
Yeah.
Philip.
Hello, Mr.
Okay.
Ghost. This here happens to be. Hello, Mr. Remember that news? Remember that news report about a coffin being found in Ireland?
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You watched it.
I don't pay attention to the news.
No, but you did see it, as well as the chaplain.
The chaplain might remember. It's just that he won.
This is Mr. Fletcher. He just woke up today.
Yes, I can see it, judging from your outfit.
Yes, he just woke up in a coffin,
Yes, as I said, I could see it.
and it's
Where are you
approximately
from?
2,000 years old.
Uh-huh. So where you from, Mr. Fletcher? What, the 14th century? Perhaps the BC era?
He does not understand. He does not understand. He does not understand English.
Yes.
Yeah, Fletcher,
I sure
you're
know.
basically hearing a conversation back and forth in this foreign language that you never heard of.
It's basically like Sims talk.
Yeah, it's like Baba Shabada.
Yeah. Oh God. Zerka.
anyways,
Gajira.
All right.
getting back on track.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that the both of you are led inside and whatnot. Fletcher, you notice what looks to be a woman in a suit. You see what looks to be a teenager.
No, Fletcher wouldn't know what a suit is.
Well, you see a woman wearing a strange garb, anyways.
A black garb.
A black garb.
Yeah.
You're not sure what it is. You see what looks to be a 17-year-old woman with black hair, wearing kind of like 80s clothes, but again, you wouldn't know. You're just thinking, what the hell is she wearing?
Not very ladylike.
That's very haram.
And you see what looks to be two small children, one male, one female. I'm not sure what they're wearing. I'm just sure they're just wearing like kids' clothes and stuff.
Kid Pop.
No, I'm pretty sure they're like, one of them was like wearing like Super Mario on their t-shirt, and the other one's like wearing like, I don't know, Sonic or something.
Oh my God! And these
Of
two would go
course,
at it.
of
Like,
course,
who's better?
Sonic. Of course.
And I'll let you pick which one's is which.
Neither. Both of them are wearing Mario.
Okay. How about Mario
Just
and
kidding.
Luigi?
Sure.
Oh, that would be cute.
Actually, neither. Both of them wearing Pac-Man.
Okay. They're both wearing Pac-Man
One
shirts.
is Pac-Man, one is a dog.
Apparently, there's a Pac-Man shirt on both of them.
Yeah,
And you see something that kind of looks familiar. You see what looks to be an armor-dressed man, about 7 foot.
Ah, something normal.
Yeah, something a little bit more normal.
Wait, can Chaplin actually understand Elvish?
Yes, he would. It's part of his training as a chaplain. You gotta be
something normal at last.
He's part warrior, part diplomat. So, yeah.
Alright, so
something normal at last.
Yeah. Charlie just kind of he doesn't say anything, assuming he's still in the presence of both Rhea and his children.
Yeah, they're still there. He goes,
all right. So
you hear H and Rhea go,
hey,
kids, let's let the grown-ups talk. Oh. As basically both the kids kind of go upstairs and whatnot.
How many people here besides Philip how many people here besides Chaplin can understand Elvish?
No one else. Well, maybe Jet.
Jet does speak Elven.
Yeah, and there's a chance Mason, both Maya and Mason could possibly, but like they
They're
don't give a fuck.
they're still learning. They're like
Yeah, they just straight up don't give. But yeah, they will definitely learn in elementary. All right.
Anyways, continuing.
Finally something normal. Right, he just like goes up to chat to Charlie, and he just like, oh there, oh there,
Yes.
warrior.
Who are you?
I am Fletcher.
It's good to see you, Fletcher. He's like slowly weaning off the fear.
Meow.
You have
Oh,
no,
fuck, it's a cat
you
again.
cannot understand what I have been through.
No,
Today I wake up in a strange world, and finally I see something normal for once.
you may see something normal, but I do not remember seeing.
No, no. When I mean normal, I mean finally someone clad in armor.
Yes, it's good to see someone else in armor, but I do not remember seeing your type of armor. And I'm assuming your armor is Egyptian, right?
No, Irish.
No, Irish.
Irish?
Kind of like Irish leather make.
Oh, hold on. Let me look that up. I want to check that. So, yeah, go on.
Well, it's just basically leather armor that's made in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's more studded leather, but still.
Damn, it's just beautiful, man. All right.
Anyways,
Hey, if you want to see his token looks pretty cool.
All right.
Silver, you got his token, right?
yeah.
So as a I can't really do it with tab.
Hold on.
Yeah,
And
just show
boom.
Fletcher's token. I'm proud of it. I didn't draw it. I didn't actually draw the picture. I just managed to find it online and just gave it a really good border.
All right. So Chaplain. You could tell that this armor set is old, like, but seems to be well kept despite its age and dust.
I don't suppose you have that newly forged your armor.
No, this has been something of mine for a few years now.
Yes. And just exactly where did you came from?
The kingdom. All right, seriously, I gotta come up with a name for that. Shit, I didn't. Give 1 second.
All right.
Almadera. Almarella.
Just do it by the queen's. Just do it by your.
No. Just give me a. Oh, here we go. Here, I got it.
All right.
It was commissioned in the it was commissioned in the Dark Forest.
The what now?
Dark Forest Kingdom.
Dark Forest Kingdom. I've heard no such thing.
Well, you may be born.
Ghost might have.
Hold on, let me check the notes. My notes. The Dark Forest King.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh man. I didn't write it down, unfortunately.
All right,
Oh
so
wait, are you referring to the news?
yeah, he's referring to the news.
Oh, again, he does not remember the news. He does not pay attention.
The chaplain?
No, I'm not. No. He's
No,
like
either
that's
of them.
literally the name of the kingdom that back then. Just basically really old Ireland.
All right, so what? Can you put that and say the name again?
Dark Forest Kingdom. Dark
All right,
Forest being one word.
all right. Write down notes.
All right, so uh, I'll say chaplain. You could probably figure that out pretty easily by just looking at the this world's globe, or at least its history books. And you could probably put two and two together that this guy's from Ireland.
Hmm. Strange. So, long way from home, aren't you? What do you remember?
I remember a battle. I
Battle?
remember battle
What sorts of battle?
against a blinding knight.
Of what night?
A blinding knight. He was clad in bright armor, blinding as it shined in the sun.
I know such no
Right.
such knight wearing such capable armor. Perhaps he
Uh,
was using magic.
He went by the name of Arthur.
After
can you
Yes,
say that in
just like
common?
I am unsure. I am unsure of his family name, but he carried just a mighty sword. Suddenly terrifying.
The TV's still on with a documentation on actual King Arthur. It is rumored to believe that King Arthur, or simply known as Arthur the First, used to wear golden armor. Isn't that
No,
interesting?
no, no, it's not gold. No, it wouldn't have been golden. It would have been just really shiny steel.
He
It
supposedly wear. Well, this is a history document, so it could be misclaimed and whatnot.
true.
He either was wearing golden armor or shiny steel, and used to carry around a sword called Excalibur, most likely a Roman sword. Uh, this is also in Elvish too.
Just literally just makes pops bow into hand and shoots TV
Uh,
as it just kind of as it catches him off guard. And plus just the bare mention of the name Arthur and Excalibur scare the ever living piss out of him.
as you basically say, though
wait,
he's
wait, I want to
already.
make it. I
Ghost, you
want to
see
make it
this wood
that's clear.
elf basically shoot your TV as soon as it said Excalibur and whatnot, and Roman sword.
Ghost just stay silent and let Chap.
And literally you can see the sheer look of terror on his face. He's just like
Charlie
he just
just
looks very, very terrified.
Charlie nonchalantly said, "You are going to have to pay for that."
How much?
Ghost just says, "I don't know, 5,000."
What did
He's
he say?
he's 5,000.
Wait, did the chaplain actually translate or?
I'll say that the chaplain's translating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 5,000 what?
money, whatever you have.
I don't have 5,000.
Well, we have a bit of a problem now, do we?
I don't have
Ghost just,
5,000 gold.
just immediately changes his dis meter to just
No,
Just
he
start
no,
reading.
he doesn't. No. Wait. Trust me, this is gonna get comical. I don't. I currently don't have 5,000. I only have about 137 here. Like pulls out just like a big old pouch of like really old looking gold.
I'll say everyone in the room sees this bag of gold.
And no, it's like straight up like it's like still shiny and shit. It's just really old.
Ghost immediately swipes it back, appraises it, and just okay. This might be worth something to a pawn shop or two.
It was all of my money.
Say, Charlie, are you ready to go do some bit of a trade? If that is what you wish.
I was saving.
I'll
was
say
saving that
everyone in the
gold
party is going, so.
I was saving that gold for. I was saving that gold for. Oh, a Mithra. I was going to buy her a necklace.
Chaplin does not give a shit.
Chaplain, do you wear that necklace that you were given?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, hey. That amulet. It looks familiar.
Sorry,
That
not Philip.
amulet looks
Fletcher.
familiar.
Fletcher, this amulet, while it does look familiar, it's not the one that you was going to buy for your mistress. But you do see engravings on at least the centerpiece of the amulet that you can make out with an Arcana check.
Well, let's see.
Roll Arcana.
No.
That one. You're like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what any of these symbols mean. What are these?
They're older than I am.
Who are you?
What is this?
These symbols are older than I am.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even know.
My God, why are you showing me this?
His literal age would be 2019.
Alright, as you guys basically leave Ghost's apartment and go to the pawn shop, you don't see a whole lot of people in here. You see like what looks to be some stuff that's trying to be sold and whatnot. And you see the guy behind the counter. He's just kind of like starting to nod off. And he goes, Phil, it's your turn. And he goes, alright. You see this human come in and he goes, alright, Jack, go to bed. I'll take over. So, how can I help you for today? No.
I wish to trade this.
Wait, is Fletcher there too?
Yeah, I'll say you got dragged along.
Okay. He's just like looking around and he like spots the katana.
You do see some old medieval weapons that you definitely do recognize, but there is a few weapons you don't recognize, specifically the ones from Asia.
I'm literally looking at all the weapons, just like kid in a candy store.
He goes, is your wood elf friend go cause any trouble?
He will not.
Alright, so how can I help you folks today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ghost just presents gold coins. I wish to trade this.
All of it?
Okay, enough to buy me a TV, really.
I mean, literally 1 to 2 could probably buy a TV.
Alright then, here's 1 or 2 coins.
No, like, legitimately. He goes, "Holy shit. This for real?" He
Do you,
picks up
do you want to?
he picks up the coin. He bites into it, tries to, see if it bends, and he goes, "Well, it's definitely gold." Alright, I'll pay 10,000 for it.
For how many?
For both of them.
All right, good enough.
Alright, he basically takes the 2 coins, he gives you basically $10,000 in cash.
My credit. I mean, to my
He
bank.
he just notices how you only gave him like 2 coins. He's like, I thought you needed 5,000 gold. Why did you only give him 2?
You do see, Fletcher, you do see as this transaction goes, you see what looks to be these stacks of paper. You're not sure what they are.
No, he doesn't even know what paper is.
Well, you still see stacks of something you don't know what it is.
Kind of looks like goat's leather.
Does Fletcher say that in
Yeah, it looks like it looks like goat skin.
Chaplain, do you respond to this?
No, he does not respond to Goldskin.
Does no one get that joke?
I got it.
I don't.
They used to use goat. They would use goat skin for making parts back in like really ye olde times.
I did not know that.
I did.
It wouldn't be like straight up leather because you tan leather with feces. No, they would just basically they would just kind of flip.
Alright. As you basically see these very small patches of parchment, you're not sure how they were able to do this.
And in such detail.
Yep.
Such detail. Who are these figures on the dollars? How do they get their heads on?
Our leaders.
Does Chaplain translate all this?
Yeah.
I'll say yeah.
Your leaders wear strange garments.
Welcome to the new world.
From my perspective, this still is my world. Just different.
Very different.
For example, there is now castles everywhere. It used to be that you wouldn't see another castle you wouldn't see castles more than a few miles apart.
That is pretty strange. More than a few castles. But these are not castles, they're skyscrapers. Obviously, because they scrape the sky.
I do not see any wounds in the sky.
That's because the sky is immortal.
Yes, I understand that, but why call it skyscraper when it is clearly a lie?
Because it scrapes the sky. At this point, Ghost does not give a shit, he's just feeding him false information.
Alright. As you're basically walking down the street of feeding him false information, I need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, man. Yeah, Philip's just at the house. He's just at the apartment right now.
No, Philip's here too.
Yeah.
I said 4 of you.
What?
Okay.
So you're not getting that easy.
I think everyone saw.
Well, Fletcher got an 18. Here comes Philip.
Okay.
Philip got a nat 1.
Philip, you're not
doesn't
really
say
paying
anything.
attention. You're just like, what the hell are they talking about? Everyone else notice that There's something. You hear screams and shouts.
Fletcher just immediately runs towards the screams. And he's got this bow appearing in his hand just out of nowhere.
Did the rest of you follow?
Charlie, go oversee what's going on. I can't deal with this anymore. And
You don't need to go that far to see what's going on. The sky is turning darker. You see buildings falling and disappearing. You see what seems to be a spear of darkness starting to grow and engulf anything in its path.
This fucking city. I should really move.
That's the understatement of anyone that lives in like Gotham, Metropolis, or Star City.
I
Yep.
should move.
Hell, the Middle East is probably more safer than this.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you guys see this darkness grow even bigger.
Ooh, bigger you say?
But anyways, you see it's starting to come closer to you guys where you are at.
He just
Okay.
launches.
And the people-
He just loses an arrow at the spear.
Alright. Everyone that succeeded with their perception checks also hear ting, 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 as you hear like what sounds to be almost footsteps, like, coming towards you guys. And Chaplain, you know.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You were warned about this guy. And now it seems like time is almost out.
Shit, I guess gotta find him now. Okay.
Alright, so what do you guys do? Oh, Fletcher, as you fire your arrow, I'll say that you miss.
Alright.
So what do we do?
Yeah, what do you guys do?
Okay, what exactly am I still looking at though?
Basically, imagine a spear of darkness that's growing by the second.
Fletcher just continues to lose arrows at it.
Fletcher's trying to shoot at it, nothing's working. You don't see exactly a man, but you hear the sounds of what sounds like to be ching, ching, ting, as it comes closer to you guys.
Is it coming from the Spear of Darkness?
Yes.
Well, not much to lose. Charlie just whips out his mace that's on his back, right? You know, he takes out his bit of a retractable shield, walks towards the chimes.
As you walk towards the chimes, does anyone follow?
Yeah.
Not Ghost.
So, okay, I'll say...
Yeah, Fletcher would follow suit. And Philip would kind of follow close, like somewhat behind, but with caution. Like, basically, he's going to do the same, but with caution.
Alright. As you get close to this spear, the darkness seems to almost stop at your footsteps. As you hear... It's too late. As you see the darkness coming towards you guys closer.
Charlie stays silent and keeps on walking forward.
Okay. Here's what's gonna be happening. I need everyone that's within range to make a dexterity save, and it's nearly impossible to save.
Ooh,
Okay, how close are Fletcher and Philip?
I would say that Philip is right behind Fletcher, and I'll say Fletcher's pretty not too far away from Ghost and Chaplin. I'll say within about 5 feet or so.
is Ghost in range?
Yes, Ghost, you are in range.
So they are
Oh,
both in range.
They are both in range.
So you might as well just say we're all in range. Like,
Yeah, you
all of us
guys are all
together.
in range with the darkness.
That's for Fletcher.
All right, 18 for Charles and 24 for Ghost.
And that's Philip.
You all fail. Like I said, it's impossible to save on this one.
So why did you make us do it then?
To see if anyone was able to pass.
All right.
Like that narrow chance of a narrow nat 20.
Ghost, you were actually pretty close to saving. You know what? To spice things up, I'll say that Ghost, you're the only one that does save.
I guess I was far enough, like far away enough.
Chaplain. Philip and Fletcher. You feel yourself falling into this darkness. It grows darker and darker. You don't see anyone. You don't feel any sounds. Well, you don't. You get what I'm saying.
I feel like I should be seeing a spooky, scary skeleton named Gaster by now.
Well, you don't hear anything. And whatnot.
Darker, yet darker.
It grows darker and darker. It grows darker and darker. Ghost, you see your friends basically disappear into this darkness. You don't even hear their screams.
They wouldn't scream.
Fletcher's used to darkness.
As you too, slowly but surely, get absorbed into the darkness as well. Who has the amulet?
Only Charlie does.
Chaplain. As the darkness seems to be engulfing you, you feel lighter. You feel brighter. You feel as if you are safe.
Seriously, we should be running into Gaster by now.
Well, Chaplain already has. At least my version. Chaplain.
Where's Sans?
You get to choose 5. No more, no less, on who you want to save.
Does this go for every character?
This goes for any character, PC, NPC, whoever. Also, you have to know their name and face.
Okay. Let me do this Humvee.
Also, anyone you do save can persuade you to try to save someone else. So, for example, if Chaplain decides to save Ghost, you have the ability to persuade him, and I mean either in character or out of character, whichever you feel, on to save your children as an example.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. In fact, I'm going to roll it right now.
So, Chaplain, who do you save? Because you are judge, jury, and executioner.
Hmm. This is a big mouthful. Right. This is for Jonas. He's obviously gonna go for the persuasion technique, and yeah. So the first two Chaplin's gonna save. It's definitely the Mai and Mason, and as much as he's hated, but he's gonna leave the third child behind.
Also,
He's
I would recommend saving the PC players so that way you guys don't have to build new character sheets and whatnot.
yeah. And so the last three he's gonna save will be he's gonna like despite not meaning Leo for a long time, he's gonna save Leo. He's gonna save Fletcher and lastly Philip.
Okay. So you're not gonna save
Those are
Ghost?
Ghost will not. Well, he won't rather have his children be saved. And
Alright.
besides, he persuaded Chaplin to save the others rather than him.
Alright.
Heck,
Chaplin.
now I mentioned it, I better start writing up the Mayan Mason characters.
So do you need me to give you 2 extra character sheets?
Nah, I'm just joking.
Alright. Well, considering where you guys are going, it should be more or less safe. Alright, Chaplin. You feel a tug, a pull, an invisible force. You see yourself surrounded by light, grass, the ground. You smell the smells of nature. As you lean up, you see the people that you have saved, including yourself.
So where am I?
You guys are in the middle of a meadow in a heavily forested area. Also, for reference, there's a giant sword in the middle of this meadow. And I mean giant, like a fire giant could use it.
Mm.
You guys are awake, by the way.
This looks familiar.
All right, so pretty much Maya and Mason are like the rest of the NPCs are around us.
Yes. The people you saved is around you.
All
This
right,
is looking familiar.
Maya and Mason is just wondering where their father is. Charlie is just kneeling on the ground. He's like sullen because he feel like he knew what just happened and what he did. No words were exchanged like during the whole thing, but he still knew what happened.
What's
And
happened?
so, like, Charlie isn't refusing to respond. Maya and Mason are like slowly getting hysterical. They don't know what
There
happened.
is a note, by the way.
Where is this?
What? Fletcher will pick up the note.
Fletcher, do you read the note?
No, I just hand it to Chaplin because, yeah, Fletcher can sense that, yeah, this is for Chaplin.
Chaplin, do you read this note?
Yeah, he reads it.
Also, so over, I kind of sent you something.
Yes, I remember that she's still within the ring and whatnot.
Okay.
She just hasn't had her time to interact yet.
Okay.
Alright, so Chaplin, as you read this, it says, I told you to trust me. I have given you a chance to fight back. Find the witch in the mansion. Mention the man of Chime. She'll know what you're talking about. Your friend and ally. No one. Nobody. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Damn, only 2 hours.
Personality plot point upgraded, boys. Oh,
Okay.
we're gonna get into a deeper depression, boy.
And I got to show off Fletcher's insane ability with a bow.
Yep.
More,
So basically,
more or less,
you guys are now going into Act 3. But yeah,
Jesus.
I did plan for a little bit of a longer session this time around, but I felt like that I would try to drag it on. So I was like, you know what, I'll just speed it up.
Don't worry.
But yeah.
Look at this shit.
This one was a doozy.
I'm doing like literal test rolls here.
I sees it. So, do you guys need me to explain what happened?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, sure. Go on.
Okay, so Chaplain, since you were given the amulet, basically the amulet will take you to the original point of time, as nobody has explained. That it's, well, I'll let you figure out the story within the next session. I gotta keep some things as a mystery.
Alright, that's fine.
Your guys' world isn't exactly destroyed just yet. There's a chance to save it. You just gotta
be fast.
You gotta be fast. You gotta collect. You guys just gotta do this act's whatever mission and whatnot. You guys will hopefully return and take on whoever was the man of chimes.
Seriously, look at how good these rolls are.
I know, I've seen them. But yeah.
Damn, son.
So yeah.
What a wood elf! You're such a wood elf, Fletcher. You even have a name of a bowmaster. Like fucking really, Fletcher, really?
All right, so
you're a wood elf. You're a wood elf. Your name is Fletcher.
Right, so
yeah, I took the inspiration for the name from somewhere else.
I'm gonna be racist so bad.
Alright, so let's write down who got saved. Ghost's kids got saved. Whose names I forgot the... No, wait, I wrote them down. So they're saved.
Jesus.
Oh
saved.
shit! I forgot your brother. I forgot. Oh shit! I forgot that Irish dude. Shit.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Well, I think your brother's going to have a new character sheet.
Pissed.
I'm sorry.
Michael's gonna be pissed.
It's too late to change it. It's too late to change it. We have to roll with.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sorry. So we got the chaplain who's safe.
You know, I could have saved a nun too.
Leo is safe.
Leo is saved.
And who else?
And Philip and Fletcher.
Wait. My Mason, chaplain, because you are automatically saved. Okay, that's why I was miscounting. So 3.
Okay.
And Philip is safe, / Sasha, as well as Fletcher.
And it's not, you know what? It's not that much too bad. I mean, Philip is essentially Superman. Fletcher is a god with a bow. And then there's me, who's just a literal snake.
No. You know what Fletcher is? He's Legolas.
Yeah, he's a Legolas.
I'm Legolas.
You wood elf bastard! I'm gonna be so racist to you.
Fuck off.
But yeah,
Seriously.
I
But
think.
no.
Well,
It's only Bosmer it's Bosmer that it's the word. No, the word you're looking for is Bosmer.
Ew, what a Bosmer.
well, I think there's.
No, because wood elves in D&D I'm pretty sure aren't actually mainly archers by like I'm pretty sure wood elves in D&D are not known for being archers.
They're known for being gay.
You're talking about Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is where wood elves are like famous archers.
Yeah. In either direction, they're known for being gay. JK. I'm sorry for any wood elf players out there.
Anyways, but yeah, basically, you guys basically got absorbed. Since Chaplin has the amulet, I made a special event to occur to basically save him.
Actually, hey, technically, he's more of a Hawkeye because Legolas actually has missed his.
Oh shite! I forgot to record. Can I download it from Twitch? Can I download it from Twitch? I'm pretty sure I can.
Get fucked.
I can download it from Twitch, can I? Hold on, let me see if I could download it from Twitch.
Wait a minute. This means this isn't canon anymore. I can change
it's canon.
No,
it's canon.
No,
we have 2 viewers to say otherwise.
I should have changed Mayan Mason for the Irish dude. And maybe the Iron Flash. No, not the Iron Flash. Maybe Durgan.
The Iron Flash. He just flashes his iron dong.
Anyways, Twitch. Please tell me I can download it, because if I can't, this is gonna be embarrassing.
If you can't download
it, like Fletcher's more like Hawkeye because Legolas has been known to miss his arrow, but Hawkeye he never misses.
Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God!
Shit, I guess we have to keep going.
My shit!
My God! I think I can share.
No, seriously. I just found my Chromebook.
Oh no!
The irony in this.
What happened?
Okay. Let's wrap this up, shall we?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoy watching this madness. If you like this kind of content, want to see more, and hopefully I can figure out how to download this and upload it to YouTube. So that's what I'm going to be doing for probably the next half hour or so.
I want to change who I say.
I don't think you can at this point in time because you're already in the other world. If I realized it earlier, I would have done it. So.
But seriously, seriously, I think Fletcher's more like Hawkeye because first off, he's got special. He's got special arrows.
You said that, dude. You meant.
But yeah, he's got special arrows and he never misses.
Yeah, you said that 3 times, man. We
Sorry.
Alright.
I got a problem with that.
Alright, so thank you guys all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until then, I'll see y'all mates next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.